All right, we're exploring today, June 8th, 2024, the Gibson Garage, and we're right in the middle of Garage Fest, and they're honoring Les Paul. Now, you come to Cummins Station here in Nashville, and that is where the Gibson Garage here, you can see it's marked as a live music venue because they do have a stage inside and they do put on concerts, okay? Cummins Station has all kinds of things. There's a Wild Wasabi right next door, which is a pretty good sushi place if you're hungry. So you could come here for sushi and then take a trip to the Gibson Garage. That's what we did today. Sounds like fun. All right, now, if you're looking for a Gibson guitar and perhaps want something that's a little different than what's on the shelf, this is the place to go. Here we are walking in. There's Mia, and she loves the Gibson Garage. So when you walk in, you see right there, they got Les Pauls right as you walk in, and there it is. All the guitars on hangers just, floating across the room. And there's the purple Les Paul. There's the fuchsia. It's overwhelming. I did my best to shoot some good footage for you to see the layout of the room, to see those guitars just all whizzing by. And you see on the stage here, they had a little tribute set up to Les Paul. Now, I have to say, it was a little underwhelming. There's just some photos up on the stage, and it was cool that we got to go up there and take Mia onto the stage and see some pictures. There's Les Paul as a kid. There he is, in his younger days. And then there's some, it's kind of chronological. There he is. Looks like he was in the Navy, okay? And here we go. There's Les Paul, and there's him with Django Reinhardt. And, there he is tinkering in the studio. And, it's cool. They had some photos. But, last year, at Garage Fest, we saw Charlie Worsham, who's a great Nashville musician, and he did a little concert, and that was, I think, a lot better turnout and a lot better thing for Garage Fest on a Saturday. But they did have some concerts on Friday, and, that was cool, but, my wife had to work. I couldn't do it. So we came today. There's the new Les Paul Studios. Now, they're $19.99. I feel that's kind of high price. But here we are. Here's the little Kramer area. And you can see it's set up with some old 80s style TVs. And you go in this Kramer area, and there's the Kramer guitars, the 80s style guitars. And, it's pretty cool. They don't remind me of the Kramers that I used to get back in the day. I owned a Pacer back in the day, and they're just not really the same. But is anything really the same anymore? I'm not sure. But you go over here, and here's this pretty awesome Epiphone area, and there's some Epiphone basses right there, some hollow body. I think those are Jack Cassidy's, and here's some hollow bodies, and then there's that new Polaris White SG Custom with the Gibson headstock and the tremolo and the triple buckers. That's a pretty cool looking axe. I'm not really a fan of the pricing on it, but it's pretty cool. And here we go. We got some more Les Pauls, and they had some Jared James models there, and the purple Kirk Hammett. And, I mean, they've basically got anything you can imagine, as far as Epiphone and Gibson at this place. And then they've got some surprises. There's the Crestwoods. Those are kind of cool. $449. It's kind of a student style axe, but that's cool. They got the Les Paul Moderns. They got these Flying V's here and these Explorers. And there's the new Firebirds that I absolutely ranted about how high priced they are. But, they do look really good. I'm not paying that for that, but you know what? Like I said, they're cool looking guitars. That's the Epiphone section. There's some SG Modern and a Les Paul Modern. And then on the other side, I think these are Power Player SGs. Those were like $279. I think that's like the cheapest thing I could find in the store. Everything else is pretty much your standard pricing. So you don't come here necessarily looking for a discount, but maybe to find something that you can't find anywhere else, because they have the complete stock of Gibson guitars here. They've got everything you can possibly imagine and then some. Now, if you really take the time and you watch this revolving wall of guitars, you can find some interesting color choices. And here we go in the Murphy Lab room over here. This is the expensive area, I call it. And Mia went in, and they were really nice to us. Mia got a pick, and I just tried to make sure she didn't go in and just go crazy. But look, so see that powder blue Gibson Flying V? That's not something you're going to see everywhere. There's a Pelham Blue Explorer. Those are unique guitars, and you're not going to see those probably anywhere but here at the Gibson Garage. And there's Murphy Lab guitars, and there's a gray Flying V. So one thing I have to say about the new management here at Gibson is they're not afraid of colors. They're not afraid of creative ideas as far as colors and combinations and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I think that's cool. I mean, look, sometimes you just want to go out and you want to rock, a purple Flying V, and there's the double neck, those are killer guitars, 12.6. You really, I'm sure it's a lot of money, but I didn't even look at the price. And then you go back out, and they've got like T-shirts and cases and different things. Here he is say, hey, Mia, here's a pick. So Mia got a free pick today, and she was happy. And then, they've got T-shirts and all kinds of gifts, and there's the purple Les Paul again. That is pretty cool looking, along with that fuchsia one. Now, if you wanted to make a statement on stage, those two would do it. And, there's the Explorer. Once again, here's the revolving guitars. It's amazing what they have here. And then you go over, and they've got these little side rooms with some different guitars in there. There's a Flying V. Pretty cool cherry finish. There's some Mustangs, Explorers. There's a Theodore, which it's the only second place in town that I've seen that has one. There's a pretty cool little Firebird or Thunderbird there, Firebird actually. And here are some unique, some 330. What is that? 336 or 339 they call them. And then look at this 335. It's like a splatter paint. 335. Now, if you were looking for something unique, that's definitely unique, okay? So, like I said, you can find something really unique at the Gibson Garage and not have a guitar like everybody else. Most all this other stuff, there's the SG Supreme. That's kind of a cool looking guitar. Really didn't get to get up close with it, but that's a cool looking axe. And then you come over here, there's another little side room, and they've got some Les Pauls and some basses, and they've got it set up so you can try these guitars out with headphones on. I think they got little aux boxes or the cab clones and the Mesa Boogie amps, so you can kind of try things out and not make a lot of noise. Then you come over here, they've got more T-shirts and stuff, and then here is the acoustic room. And it's super cool in there. It's kind of its own separate little world. They got it closed off, and people were in there. There was one guy in there just, picking away on an acoustic guitar, and they're very friendly in here. It was really fun to go in with Mia. She loves looking at guitars. She loves all the different colors, and if I'd have let her, she would have gone up and played every one. But check this out. That is the Epiphone Mando Bird on the left there. And here's the new collection of banjos. Mando Bird. That was the one that was calling me. Of all the stuff in the store, that was kind of calling me because it was so unique. But yeah, they've got the new Epiphone banjos and all that. Now look at this thing. I mean, they've even got some vintage guitars in here for sale, some certified Gibson vintage guitars, and those are cool. And these are great looking guitars. I mean, let's be honest. You know, something like this you could buy and pass it down to your kids, and they could pass it down to their kids and say, hey, my grandpa left me this guitar, and you know, maybe down the road they'll end up making some money selling that. I mean, I don't know, but it's definitely a cool place to visit. You know, they've got Kramer, they've got Gibson, they've got Epiphone. Now look at this revolving wall. I mean, you know, there's some like mauve or purple sort of Les Pauls, and you see they're numbered. Now look at that. Wait a minute. That's showstopper right there. That sparkle gold that looks like a Dave Grohl or a Trini Lopez. Look at those gold tops. I mean, this is really a stunning display of instruments. And you see, you know, and then there's the Les Paul Jr. And like I said, they're numbered. So you could say, I want number 51, and they'll pull that gold top, you know, down for you. And it's really just, look at that. There's another one of those splatter 335s. And you know, there's a Murphy Lab, Trini Lopez, and there's, you know, SG Supreme. And it's just, look at that triple bucker like Les Paul Light or Studio or something. I mean, you can find some unique offerings in here, so you're not just playing an off-the-rack guitar like everybody else. The Gibson Garage is a must-see if you come to Nashville. It's super cool. You can find some unique guitars. You can find some regular old guitars too, or you can pick out the Les Paul of your dreams. So if you're coming to Nashville, come to the Gibson Garage. It's definitely worth checking out. It's a sight to behold, whether you're a guitar player or a guitar appreciator, or just somebody that's just starting out and wanting to learn. Come down to the Gibson Garage. It's in Cummins Station, Nashville, Tennessee. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching this video. I'm going to continue to document guitar locations and stores all across the USA. So please hit the like and subscribe. I'm Bad Brad. And also check out the Amazon link and Sweetwater link in my description. Anything you purchase helps the channel out greatly. Thanks so much for watching. This has been my journey to the Gibson Garage, and we will see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.